This is my story time tonight. It is two chapters out of my book, Innocence Taken, written by me, Crystal Hughes. My book is based off a true story. It is written, it was a very hard book, first of all, to write, but I wrote it not just for me, just to help people to know that it's better to speak up about things, than to not. So I'm going to be reading two chapters out of my book today. Chapter, hold on, I'm sorry. Get this. I thought I had this together for y'all. Okay, my book is designed to save lives, bring awareness. And first off, let me say this. My book is a real book. So it has real life events, true events that some people, you don't want to hear, or it's too much for you. I'm just letting you know now, it's going to be real talk, no games, okay? All right, so we going to get to it. This was a very hard book to write. It took years because I was like, I don't know if I want to tell people my story and maybe be embarrassed, but because I healed before I wrote the book, it made it better. I just knew that I had the Lord with me, and that just made it all the more better. So I'm going to be reading chapters 7 and 8. I decided one day to run away with him. At that time, because I was young, dumb, and full of you know what. Laugh out loud. At first, he got us a motel for a week so he could get his in first with no distractions, of course. I was underage. He bought me this long blue dress with flowers on it. It was a nice dress. I was easily pleased. Back then, honey. Then he took me to South Dallas to live with his so-called friend in the projects. He left me there for a month and stopped answering my calls. I didn't have a phone of my own. I was too young. It was cool at first. I was young and stupid, thinking he was going to come back to get me. I ran away from my family, trying to be grown for him. One morning, he came to see me with his new girlfriend, who was pregnant by him. I lost it. I couldn't believe him. I couldn't go back. I had nowhere to go. He was paying them for me staying there and sending money for food. Eventually, they started treating me different and not feeding me. He stopped paying. I started leaving the house every day and going downtown to the West End. I met a guy that worked at the movie theater. He would feed me and let me hang out, watch movies, play all the games, and sleep behind the big screen. When I was tired one day, I decided to finally I would give him some. I ended up spending a night at his house the next. He dropped me off in South Dallas. I decided to go back to sleep. Chapter 8, Sleep. I got awakened out of my sleep to first off a fight with my ex-dude, new girlfriend. She thought we were together since he didn't come home at night the night before. I hadn't seen or heard from him. Then some lady, an older chick who lived in the projects, came over as well. After we fought, then three of them were beating the shit out of me. The older chick took out a metal rod and she whooped my ass like I was a child that missed curfew. And then she moved me somewhere else in the projects. Little did I know I was being kidnapped. From the time he dropped me off, I was a runaway who got kidnapped. When you try to run away, this could happen to you or worse. So don't be silly and naive. The reason why I picked those 2 chapters out of my book is for people who have been victimized and have not healed because they choose not to speak. Speak up, okay? In order to heal, you have to speak. In order to forgive, you have to heal. It's like 2 things that coincide with each other in order for you to function. But my book is not only for the youth, females, males, it's for everybody in the world who's been through something. And I know a lot of us have. But talk about it. If you feel like you can't talk to nobody about it, write a book about it. Write your story. Leave a story for your children to read about your past. Let them know about your past so they won't have to learn it from somebody else, because eventually, when you pass away, everything will be known. Thank you all so much for listening to my story time. Go check out my book, Innocence Taken. It is available on Amazon Kindle. Innocence Taken. Amazon Kindle. Have a good night. Be blessed.